Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show or meeting number and press pound.
Enter your 6-digit PIN number. Welcome, host. You have not started a show session in Call-In Studio and cannot yet receive calls on Talk and Shit Get N Clicks. Please visit the Call-In Studio website and begin your session. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface. Audio recording is on.
Talking shit, getting clicks with your boy Mo 3 times. And these are the me episodes of Talking Shit, getting clicks with me. I like hitting the buttons. I do. I love hitting these buttons. Let's go. You already know. Mo 3 times. That's me. Welcome to Talking Shit, getting clicks, and we are live, people. We live. And I cannot. Oh, come on. Cut it out. And I got to let you know that you can call in live. That's right, 313-825-5557. All right, so today we are going to talk about the Balenciaga saga. That's right. We are also going to give you an update on the Shanquella Robinson case. We are also going to talk about the killer still being on the loose out there for committing heinous murder at Idaho University, plus many more things. That's right. Talking shit, getting clicks. So first of all, let's give an update for the Balenciaga deal. Let's just do it. Actually, let me give you guys some little bit more background. All right, so Balenciaga. As you guys know, Balenciaga, if you watched this last show that I put out, Balenciaga's in trouble, guys. They're in big trouble. Guys, they are in so much trouble. What they did was they made some BDSM style stuffed animals and shot an entire holiday campaign using the babies, guys. They were using the babies. That's right, we love that sound. But they were using the babies. So Candace Owens called the people out, called Balenciaga out, called their spokespeople out. Namely, specifically, Kim Kardashian. And guess what, guys? We have yet to hear really anything from anybody, except we did get a statement from Bella Hadid. And in her statement, let's see what she is talking about. Insane. We're live. We are live. And I can't find my Bella Hadid statement, guys. I cannot find my Bella Hadid statement. But it's okay. It's okay. We're going to move on. Because we'll come back to Balenciaga. But first, let's talk about these killers that are still out there on the loose in Idaho. Let us check it out. Let's check it out. All right, here we go. Cut this music. Boom. All right, you guys ready? Let us do this.
Tonight, new details from the police and the killings of those 4 college students in Idaho. Lots of leads and progress reported in the case, but still no suspect identified. Gotti Schwartz has the latest.
For the 11th day in a row, investigators saying still no suspect, no motive in the killings of 4 Idaho University students, but trying to assure the public they are making headway.
At this crime scene, we collected 103 pieces of individual evidence.
But frustration is growing among family members who fear investigators fell behind during the first crucial 48 hours of the case.
No tip is too small, and we would urge anybody that has any information whatsoever to please provide that to help us solve this case.
Those who live in Moscow also asking about a recent dog mutilation that happened 3 miles away from the murders. Jim and Pam Colbert say about a month ago, someone grabbed their dog at 2 a.m., skinned him in a field in front of their home,
right over there,
took his fur, but left his unbuckled collar behind.
So somebody actually had to unclasp it.
Unclasp it right here. See, that stays, and somebody had to undo it. Because if you had a knife, wouldn't you have cut it?
But Moscow police say they don't think that case has anything to do with the murders. Police also asked about an unsolved murder 300 miles away in Oregon, in which a masked intruder attacked a couple with a knife in their sleep.
Actually, I had a tip come in on that case, and I forwarded it to our tip line.
Meanwhile, the University of Idaho giving students the option of finishing their semester remotely, while families of the victims are struggling with the thought of Thanksgiving without their loved ones and praying that the killer won't strike again. Scotty Schwartz, NBC News.
So that's right, guys. You still see that the killer is still out there in Ohio. He or she or they left behind tons of evidence, and it seems to be a sloppy murder. When you looked at the pictures coming from the crime scenes of that incident, man, it says that the kids were sleeping above the first floor, the third and second floor. There was so much blood. That blood had seeped down through the walls, and you could see it trickling down on the outside foundation. It was an insanely gruesome murder. Let's check the victims of the murder. Ethan Chapman, 20, Madison Mogan, 21, Zana Carnoto, 20, and Kaylee Goncalves. Now, the update is that the murderer or murderers may have targeted Kaylee Goncalves, and this story is insane. They got so much footage leading up to where they are saying that all of the roommates were together in the house at least before 2 a.m. Now, the ladies all live together. Madison, Zana, and Kaylee live together. Ethan Chapman is the boyfriend, or was the boyfriend, of Zana Carnoodle, and he would always be over at the house. But yeah, 4 people stabbed in Moscow, Idaho. This case is ongoing. They have collected tons and tons of evidence, but we still do not have a suspect as of yet. So, guys, keep your ears and eyes peeled, and we're gonna solve a murder, guys. A murder. We're gonna solve it. That is crazy. 2022 with all the cameras, and they've seen these ladies on cameras going to food trucks, walking out and about, and no one can figure out what happened. Early on, they were saying that they saw they saw a man in a black hoodie with a knife. If you actually look on those food trucks that were being served, all of those employees were wearing black hoodies, and they were chopping stuff up with knives and everything. However, because the cops haven't listed any of those as a suspect, I would think it's safe to say that none of them actually are suspects right now in this investigation, and it's turning on into a true blue who did it. Aww. Really, because we got to find these killers out there. We do. All right, moving on. Let's go with Friends Like These. This is the story of Shanquella Robinson, who took a trip to Mexico with 6 of her friends, only to end up dead 48 hours after the trip started. Well, 24 hours after the trip started. Let's check out some news there, give you a little update. These are stories that I'm choosing to use that I really wanted to actually do, half hour episodes on, but I was unable to do it. So we're just giving you updates right now. And let's check it out.
I received a call on Saturday saying that my daughter was sick and that she had alcohol poison.
but her doctor had never arrived, so I don't know where they had got the alcohol poison from. So at that time, they said a doctor was on the way to examine her, and she wasn't responding as they told me. Said she was resting a little bit, but she wasn't all the way responding as normal. So I told them to keep me informed, and I wanted to know why they couldn't take her to the emergency room. They said because they needed $5,000 cash to be seen in the emergency room. And I said, well, she has insurance. And they said they didn't take insurance by being out the country. It was a little different. So at that time, I told them just keep me informed, and they did call back, but they still saying it was alcohol poisoning. So by later on that evening, they called and said that Shanquella had passed. And at that point, it just took my heart, crumbled up, just knowing my child was gone, and I couldn't get there to her, could not do anything. And they said the medics came, 3 medics came, and no one couldn't do anything, couldn't save her. But I believe Shanquella was already passed, had already passed. But later on that next day, I got a call saying that they was over there fighting Shanquella, saying they don't know why they put it on alcohol poison, saying Shanquella, they was jumping on her.
Who called you?
And these were the friends that she was with.
So the friends that she was with said it's not alcohol. They initially said it was alcohol poisoning, and then they said, no, it's not. There was a fight.
There was a fight. This was a phone call that I received that it was a fight. So the video had to be out before they actually come back to Charlotte.
Was she close friends with the people that she went on this trip with?
Well, all I know that she went to college with them. That one of the guys supposed to have been her best friend. And he had went on family trips with us, and he'd been to the family house. We all been on trips together, just good time. And I never thought that he could be that low to do my child like that.
Have you heard from him since all of this happened?
Yeah, he came to the house 4 days in a row until he found out we knew what the autopsy said.
And you haven't seen him since?
Haven't seen him since.
Khalil posted this on social media after Shanquella's death. It reads, Dear Miss Quella DeBoss, my heart is so effing torn, and all I can ask is why, or what I should have done differently. They say not to question God, but this right here just ain't sitting too right with me. What am I supposed to do now? Who do I talk to about my business plans when I just want to up and get on a plane? Who's going to come with me? We've been doing this shit, man, since 2014 type. We had so much more to accomplish together. I literally just asked you the other day, when I get rich, what car you want? And you said an MFG wagon. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I ain't your man. Such a genuine soul, beautiful and strong-minded individual, gone way too soon. Love you.
Oh, man. I'm throwing applause, but there's nothing to applaud there, honestly. So check this out. Here is the update from the Robinson family. So, Janae Jackson is, if you guys seen the video of the woman that's beating on Shanquella Robinson as Shanquella Robinson refuses to fight back, that is Janae Jackson in that video. She fights Shanquella, and she claims that Shanquella started by fake jumping at her. The woman that is actually videotaping or filming or recording the fight is Winter Donovan. All right, you see her top left of the image. Winter Donovan, it is being said throughout the internet, and there is a whole mess of information coming on saying that after Winter Donovan was filming Janae Jackson fighting Shanquella, that she actually put her phone down, went to Shanquella, slammed her so hard at that point, Shanquella started convulsing. That's when they called the doctor, and this is what they're saying. All right, so Malik Dyer right here is the guy in the video. If you've watched the video, and I would suggest that you can go to TMZ and watch that video. It's very violent. It's too violent for me to throw on YouTube, even with things blotted out and everything. I'm not even gonna go there, but you can go check that video for yourself, and you can actually see who's doing what in this video by just using this little chart that I'm providing you with right now. And then Khalil Cook is the best friend down here in the orange shirt with the Yankees cap on, that actually just left the message for Shanquella saying rest in peace, and he doesn't know what he's going to do with his life right now. Man, They were all supposed to be friends. And there's some other videos in there showing Shanquella walking around the villa that they were all spending their time at in Cabo San Lucas. And you could actually see 3 of the girls back in the room by themselves. And it kind of looks like they're plotting on her. Like, you guys are supposed to all be out there for vacation. And my entire question about this whole case was, what did somebody do that they deserve to be beat down like that on vacation? What could have possibly happened? What did Shanquella do to deserve this? Huh? What did she do to deserve this? She ain't deserve that. But as you can tell from the news story, the friends, oh man, listen, imagine this. It's October, I think, 28th. They fly out to Mexico, and she is dead by October 29th. I don't know anybody that goes to Mexico for 3 days. So no, I know nobody enjoyed their vacation, because you got a girl in your house that is half dead. And you're trying to damn near weekend at Bernie's her to her family, saying that she's had alcohol poisoning, which isn't too far to believe. Going to Mexico, you're going to get your drink on, and some people do go overboard. But man, when a doctor came, the doctor suggested that they move Shanquella to a hospital. They did not want to do that. They just wanted to give her an IV and see if they could get her back on her feet, not knowing that that she was dying. She died of spinal injuries, and if I remember, what is it called? It is called atlas luxation, guys. Specifically, atlas luxation. Atlas, I'm gonna break it down for you right now. I don't have any picture. You know what? I might have a picture of what atlas luxation looks like. But basically, atlas luxation is atlas for the all right, atlas luxation is basically named after the character in mythology who holds the world on his back. If you can see, the world is held. Well, if you're looking at a picture of Atlas, you can see that the world is actually let's see the picture. Yes. Give you a pick. Take that down. Let's move this around. All right, so this is a picture of Atlas right here, the mythological character whose punishment is basically to hold the world on his back. As you can see, the world sits right there on the top of his spine, damn near at the top of his head, and that's where the Atlas bone is. It's like the first connection from the base of your skull to your spine. So that's the part that was luxationed. And luxation basically means dislocated, out of place. So I just broke that down to you real smart with my Latin techniques and Greek mythology techniques. But definitely, she was slammed around so much, her head basically parted from her spine. Come on, guys. That is not alcohol poisoning. It just isn't. It's not alcohol poisoning at all. It's not alcohol poisoning, guys. So yeah, with friends like these, man, her mom explains they all went to school together, and they were telling the mother that, giving her a runaround. They could have just took her to the hospital, and some people would be facing some different charges than what they're going to face, because it seems like Alyssa Hyatt was the one who actually leaked the original video of the girls fighting. Dejanay Jackson being the woman that was first seen in the video assaulting Shanquella Jackson. But word on the street is Winter Donovan up here is the girl who actually did the damage that killed her. And that's what we got right now. I'm going to open up the phone line guys, because really, we can talk about anything on here that you want. I don't always want to do the bad news. But, hey, we have someone in queue, and her name is... Let's bring her in. Hey, you're on with Mo 3 times, talking shit, getting clicks. Who am I talking to? Hello? Is there a Sherry on the phone? Sherry? Sherry?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello? Hello. All right, for our first-time
Hello,
callers.
I'm here.
Hey, first-time caller. Let's give you the sound for the first-time caller.
Yay! Yes, I am a first-time caller.
Hey, what's going on? It's Mo 3 times. Who am I speaking with? Probably a little delay. Who am I speaking with? I know it's not me. It's not me. I promise. It is not me. Hey, Sherry, first-time caller.
Yes, this is Sherry, first-time caller.
First-time caller. What's up? What you want to talk about? Nothing much. You know, we're just doing a little show here. We're talking about these gruesome murders in Idaho, the University of Idaho. Did you hear about that one? With the 4 kids being murdered, no one can find out who did it?
I heard about that, and it's really a shame. I'm sick of hearing about tragic things like that in the media. Just tired of it.
Exactly. That's why I'm giving you the choice. If you have, anything you want to talk about, we can get off the murder. Because honestly, I'm with you. I don't want to talk about bees and disease all the time. You got any happy videos, any links for us? Any stories you want to share?
I can't think of anything happy either.
Oh, man, that's not good. Hold on, let's give her the... Oh, but you know what? Thanksgiving holiday just passed. You spend time with your family?
I did. As a matter of fact, we had a beautiful Thanksgiving. Had all my family over. We enjoyed each other's company, and we had great fellowship. So I guess that is something to be happy about.
Right? That's right. There's always something to be happy about. I always like to, do my show, but basically keep a nice light vibe because, there is so much crazy stuff going on in the world that sometimes you just want to hear some good news. Hear somebody give you some good news.
It's always great to hear good news. But you know what? In this world, we got so much bad things happening. I guess we got to keep people abreast of what's going on in the media. So I guess that's why we hear a lot of stories like the young lady that was found murdered in, was it Mexico?
In
the
Mexico.
One you were just talking about?
Right, Shanquella Robinson.
Yeah.
She went to Mexico with her
It's
friends.
unfortunate.
Sherry, do you do a lot of traveling?
I didn't get a chance to see the video, so.
Do you do a lot of
Excuse me?
traveling? Do you do a lot of traveling?
Well, I used to prior to the pandemic.
And did you
Prior
travel
to the
with friends?
pandemic, I did.
Did you travel with friends?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, and we never killed each other either. We had a fight.
I'm sure with traveling to your destination
we never had a fight or killed each other on the trip.
Right, but traveling with a whole group of people and traveling to a destination can definitely be stressful, but I don't think it's stressful enough that you would be caught on camera or in real life actually swinging and beating down one of your trip mates, right?
But I don't understand how no one knows who did it when they were traveling as a group. And didn't you say there was video? Yeah,
so there was video of Shanquella being beat by Dejanay Jackson. They show that. And in that video, you can hear one of the guys, saying, "Hey, Shanquella, like Quella, aren't you going to fight back?" And she's basically saying, "No, I don't know in that video if she's actually drunk or intoxicated. I would suggest that probably everybody was drunk and intoxicated because they were in Mexico in a beautiful villa, and you know, once you hit ground, it's party time. But I mean, she wasn't fighting back or anything, and this lady was dragging her. And as a man, and I can't speak for women, but as a man, I know that like if we're watching a fight and some dudes fighting, once it gets to a certain point, guys are gonna come in and drag the other guy off the off the guy getting beat up. You know, so we're not gonna, somebody, you know, gets punched and their head hits the floor, we're not gonna let that guy get his follow-up stomp or anything. It's gonna be like a no, 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 no. So for a group of friends, just to allow her to get just beat down like that and not step in, it's just, that's tragic.
See, that's where it all went wrong. You said a group of friends.
Yeah.
None of them were her friends.
Not exactly. None of
They
them.
were just a bunch of people that traveled together.
Right.
No one was friends.
Nobody was friends. You're absolutely right about that.
Nope.
Wow. But yeah, the girl that I showed, let me go back to it. Shanquella. So if you see the lady in the upper left-hand corner, her name is Winter Donovan. She was the one that was actually filming the fight between Janae Jackson. Well, it wasn't a fight, really. The Janae Jackson beating down Shanquella Robinson. They said once that fight was over, basically, she put the phone down, went and grabbed Shanquella, picked her up, and slammed her so hard, and that may be where she got her injuries from. And that is people from Janae Jackson actually speaking about that. So it seemed like they all tried to, you know, keep their story together. But once the autopsy results came back, and then they found out that, hey, it's not alcohol poisoning. You know, snapped this lady's spine. Now we should see some truth coming out.
Well, hopefully. Because I can't. Are they looking for the person? Or
Yes.
they know who exactly? They know who did this. They know.
Right now, they're saying that they have a warrant to arrest one of the girls. I'm thinking that it's Janae Jackson that they're arresting because she's the one on the actual video. But if the police have already talked to the 6 friends, and the 6 friends are saying that, hey, Janae fought Shanquella, but Shanquella was still okay, and it seemed like most of the damage came from Winter Donovan, then that warrant may be for Winter Donovan. In my opinion, that arrest warrant should be for everybody that was there. Everybody who traveled with her should, be in some type of...
I agree.
Right now, because, man, that just makes no sense, man. That young of a person, you're going to, you know, take a good vacation and enjoy your life, and then come back with that. But we're going to wrap that one up. Sherry, thanks for calling. Don't be a stranger.
Thank you. It was very nice. Thank you very much. I won't. Next, I'll call in again.
Definitely. Look at that, guys. We made a friend. Let's put her on the way out. Yeah, guys, we like the calls. All right, so yeah, we've been talking about Shanquella Robinson, the Idaho University murders. You know what? Let me take you to a little vid. And you guys give me your take on this. I'm not even going to set it up. I'm just going to let you look and see for yourself.
45-20. By the way, did you not get the memo on the suits? We all went dark today. You're like Easter service.
Y'all kind of leave me out. But man, as long as I get the text from my wife that says I look good.
Oh, really?
So send me the text, babe. Send me the text.
It's not the one she sent me. I was just
Wait
outdoors.
Commercial live TV.
14 to 6.
Live TV.
Keep my man on his toes. Welcome back to the Farm Rich Halftime Report. Just you and I here, Taki. I'm not sure what happened to Peter Burns, or did you have him keep your wife's name out his mouth?
Huh?
We'll see how Peter Burns is with that smart mouth in the second half, but
yo, insane. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Guys, that was Peter Burns shooting a dig at Ben Watson. The other guys on the show was Chris Dorings and Takeo Spikes, if you remember Takeo Spikes. It looked like Takeo Spikes was really trying. Takeo Spikes had a little instigation in him, but yeah, on real, the video is so quick. Should we play it again? Should we play it again? I'm asking you, should we play it again? Play it again. Let's play it again. Let's play it again.
45-20. By the way, did you not get the memo on the suits? We all went dark today. You're like Easter service.
Y'all kind of leave me out. But man.
All right, so first of all, I'm going to break it down. Peter Burns goes at Ben Watson's beautiful lighter blue suit. As you can see, all the guys are going dark. Ben Watson is standing out in his lighter suit. Peter Burns hits him with a Peter Burn and says that, hey, buddy, you're wearing the Easter suit. We love it, even though we're looking at Peter Burns' socks looking like, oh, what in the Aztec is that? But straight up, then you see Takeo Spikes wearing the black and white, and it looks like he's kind of instigating. So I think there may have been some, back and forth going along between Ben Watson and Peter Burns, for a while. But let's keep it going.
As long as my wife that says I look good.
Oh, really?
All right, so hold on. As long as I get the text from my wife that says I look good. Now watch how Ben Watson looks at Takeo Spikes when he takes the phone out, guys. I've been watching this video a couple of times because it's more than meets the eye. It's like a transformer. Hold on.
As long as I get the text
Look at
from
the
my wife
eyes.
that says I look good.
Oh, really?
You see the eyes?
From my wife that says I look good.
Oh, really?
Hold
As
on.
long as I get the text from my wife that says I look good.
I am not good at rewinding.
As long as
Look
I
at
get
him.
the text from my wife that says I look good.
Oh, really?
Oh, look at Peter Burns' face. That's all that Ben Watson said. As long as I get the text from my wife saying that I look good, he takes out the phone. Takeo Spikes is over the top. Looks like he's instigator. Chris Dorings looking on, smiling, kind of with the cringy. So there might be something between somebody's wife texting saying they look good and whatnot. There might be something behind it because Peter Burns shoots back with the...
Send me the text, babe. Send me the text.
It's not the one she sent me.
It's not the one she sent me. Let the children sing. That was a low blow. Take me to the face logo. We're going to talk about why this was a low blow. Bro, if Ben Watson sent some subliminals at you where it's just, you all for it, kind of inside joke, and you do it in front of the millions and millions of people and we don't know anything about it, then that's one thing. But to insinuate that someone else's wife is texting you, calling you, saying that you're looking good or giving you other messages, I'm sorry, as a married man. She told me to wear it. She's going to kick my ass. Guys, I'm going to get my ass kicked. But, to do that, that is a foul. That is a foul. Like, literally, if he would have just, punched him right dead ass on air, will we be mad at? Probably, because we get mad at Will Smith and Chris Rock, but I think that's made up anyway. But anyway, still, that's something you do not do on national TV. That ain't no G.I. Jane joke. That is a sexually suggestive fucking joke that he said. Excuse me, freaking joke. Yeah, that's a sexually suggestive joke that we got going on. I have no reason why. I have no idea why he did it, but he went and said that, and that's where we were with that. But hold on. Let me go back. Keep the video.
Outdoors.
Commercial.
Outdoors.
Commercial. Live TV.
Live TV?
Live TV.
Keep my man on the toes. Welcome back to the Farm Rich Halftime Report. Just you and I here, Taki. I'm not sure what happened to Peter Burns, or did you have him keep your wife's name out of his mouth?
Huh?
You heard that, huh? Chris Doring goes back into it for more, saying, did you help him keep your wife's name out of his mouth? And look at Ben Watson's face. Oh, my goodness. My rewind game, trash. My pause game, top notch. My pause game is top notch. Look at Ben Watson's face looking at Chris Doring, who's laughing at the situation, but he's looking at him like, yo, you can get it too. We do not know what Ben Watson did to Peter Burns, but if he smacked him up in the backstage, I am not going to be upset with him.
We'll see how Peter Burns is with that smart mouth.
Takeo Spikes is absolutely loving it. My pause game is 100% again. You see Ben Watson look at the camera, and Chris Doering knew that hey, when I asked him about what he did with Peter Burns, I know I was kind of overstepping. So Chris Doering was beautiful in reeling that back in and making it kind of right.
Second half, but
Ben Watson is not playing around with that. And I don't blame him, guys. You don't be playing with a man's wife like that, man. You just don't do that. The real ones know. The real ones know. Right. But anyway, this is, keep your name out my wife's mouth. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. And this is how it ended. Peter Burns ultimately went back and apologized. And as you can see, this is from the same day. Peter Burns still on jokey joke mode. Ben Watson takes the serious picture. But, man, I'm pretty sure he got a great talking to backstage after that one because, shit, you did the wrong thing. All right, guys, real quick. I'm going to take a water break. I'm going to get the calls back up for you because for some reason the calls just like to end us. But, relax for me, regard me for a minute. Get this, so let this information soak in, and then we'll be back in just a couple seconds, and we will continue the party. Regard me. Also, don't forget, we on YouTube, guys. We on YouTube, and we're on Instagram, TSGCTill3005. That means forever on Instagram.
Thank you for calling Collins Studios host and
Yes. All right. Guys, we got calls back on. We got our screener in here. I'm opening it up to phone calls right now. That's right. If you don't know the number by now, let me give you the number. The number is 313-825-5557. Oh, you don't like that? Oh, let me give it to you with the steam. Yeah, that's right. We're live. 313-825-5557. Happy holidays to y'all, you freaks out there. Ain't I nice? Regard me. But that's what it is. Talking shit, getting clicks. I'm your host, Mo 3 times, and I'm doing this for the YOU. Yeah. That's right. So we saw Peter Burns along with Ben Watson, Chris Doering, and Takeo Spikes on the SEC network. They were literally talking their shit, getting their clicks. And Peter Burns almost got hit up real quick by Ben Watson, who is a former NFL player, by the way. I mean, he could have trashed him. Peter Burns looks like an ex-something, but nah, he don't look like he played in the league. He might have. I don't know. He might look like he plays badminton or something like that, but I would not bring that to Ben Watson's door at all. All right, so we spoke about Shanquella. We spoke about Idaho. We have spoken a little bit about the SEC channel, which was a good one. And now we're going to talk about more of the Balenciaga saga, guys, because it's insane. So as you guys know, I did a show featuring commentary for conservative pundit Candace Owens. Like I said before, I do not agree with most of the things Candace Owens said, but man, she hit the nail on the head with this one. So in the show, if you guys can remember, I did a fashion show. You know what? I'm going to bring that up. How about we do that? We're going to bring up the fashion show right quick. I did a little impromptu fashion show. And yeah, I did it. It's been a crazy week. Other than that, what else can we talk about? I can't remember anything, guys. My mind is still ODing off of macaroni and cheese. I got invited to, I got to make the macaroni and cheese this year, guys. I cannot tell you how much of an honor it was to put cheese on noodles, bake, and serve. You know what I mean? Full disclosure, that beautiful lady that called up Sherry before, that's my auntie Sherry. And Auntie Sherry basically asked me to make the macaroni and cheese, but yo, this started like a month out ago. They told me to make the macaroni and cheese because they told me it was good, and I thought they were gassing me up. They were like, yo, your macaroni and cheese is good. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's good. You know, I make it. So I don't think it's as good as it is, but they loved it. And I thought it was just a ploy just to get me to cook macaroni and cheese because, you know what I mean? It can be laborious, especially when you're cooking it with love. But I think they actually, I'm starting to believe that they actually like my macaroni and cheese. I'm starting to believe that. I am starting to believe that. Oh, yeah, what am I doing here? Let's do this. Right, so I did a show, talk about Candace Owens versus everybody, basically. And in this show, I give you guys a fashion show. And we are going to revisit the fashion show. You guys ready? All right, let me open up a window. It's so hard. It's so hard, but I love doing it, guys. I love doing it for you. And we're going to watch me. I guess we're going to watch me. Want to hear it? All right, here it goes. Balenciaga, right? Cardi B and Offset attended the spring-summer 2022 Balenciaga show during Paris Fashion Week, and the star couple were both dressed head to toe in a luxury brand, and that was in early October 2021. Next up is Bella Hadid and her Balenciaga Adidas collab. Oh, yeah, Adidas dropped Kanye, but Kanye's you heard what Candace said. Look, that's Bella. All right, so Bella Hadid is one of the women that are usually out front and center for social justice issues. They're usually the first to speak on these things. And Bella Hadid has made a comment, and I'm looking for it. Balenciaga comment. As you can see, she is wearing the Balenciaga Adidas collab, and I did note that she deleted her post promoting the Balenciaga all of her stuff, she just deleted it, and she never made anything, any statements until, let's see what she has to say. Blah, blah, blah. It kind of has mad kids. Oh my goodness. All right, so Bella deleted the campaign, and there were comments. Did they delete these comments? All right, so I did, in my show, I featured photographer Gabrielle Galimberti, and he also responded, denying that he had any input on the creative direction of the photo shoot. He says, I am not in a position to comment on Balenciaga's choices, but I must stress that I was not entitled in whatsoever manner to either choose the products, nor the models, nor the combination of the same, he wrote in part on Instagram. Galimberti styled claimed that he was tasked to light the prepared set and shoot in his signature style, but said that the direction of the campaign and the choice of the objects displayed were not his. So, man, come on, Galimberti. If he says he didn't do it, then guys, I stand corrected. He's not the shooter. He's the shooter. He's the shooter. But he's saying he didn't. It's so hard for me to believe someone to take these pictures. And like, so we need to know, what we're trying to find out now is who staged these items. And this gets, if Galimberti was, oh man. All right. So Galimberti's obviously, who's going to, own up for this? Who is going to own up to this? Nobody. Nobody's going to own up to it. So then we have to say that it's Balenciaga's issue, and it's something that Balenciaga ordered to do. But we haven't gotten any comments from Bella Hadid, and that is a shame because she usually speaks out. The person that we showed before Bella Hadid was Cardi B and Offset, and I haven't heard anything about them. Let's continue the fashion show. Hadid, she's always out front for social issues. We hope that she's out front for this social issue of helping the babies. Next up, we got, yeah, that's right, and this is Christine Quinn. That's right, this is Christine Quinn from Selling Sunset, and she walked in the 51st. That's right, the 51st, the 51st Couture collection, right? Selling Sunset, I hope she has something to say to help the babies. Next up, we got Dua Lipa. She also walked in that show. I hope she has something to say in defense of the babies. Who's up next? That's right. Nicole Kidman also walked in the show for Paris Fashion Week. Look at Nicole Kidman. Classy. Beautiful. And I hope her beautiful, classy ass has something to say in defense of the babies. Who else do we got? Who else we got? Oh shit, not Kris Jenner. Oh, look at Kris Jenner as she puts edge on cape gown with pointy shoes for Balenciaga. I hope she takes one of those pointy shoes and puts it up Balenciaga's ass in defense of the kids. Who else we got? I know we got more. Who else we got? Oh, that's Kris Jenner's little girl, Kim. You know Kim. Remember Lil' Kim? The one that made the sex tape with Ray J? Well, I hope she puts her also pointy booted foot up Balenciaga's ass and uses the crime tape to keep the civilians at bay while the police investigate her murder of people that are trying to hurt the babies. That's what we hope. Put a Balenciaga pointy booted foot up Balenciaga's ass. That's what we got to do. That is what we got to do. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. All right, so when this all broke out, guess who decided, hey, let me post on my Instagram? You guys already know who said, let's post on my Instagram. You guys already know. You know who it was. I'm about to show you who it was. Boom. There she is, guys. Yo, those boots are outrageous. I'm not gonna lie. Boots are outrageous. This happens as Balenciaga drops a campaign. Kim Kardashian seemingly doubles down with the Adidas Balenciaga collab, rocking her Adidas top and shorts with some Balenciaga boots. And Balenciaga, this brings up to mind, like, is she just shooting this just to promote Balenciaga? Is this a spit in the eye towards Kanye? We have no idea what's going on right here. But man, it is crazy. And I think we need to start absolutely, positively looking into these fashion brands. We need to do that. We definitely need to do that. And I'm going to give you an example of some things that happen here. There have been some things happening with these brands forever now. And people have been saying for a while that, these brands are out of control. One of them being, if you don't remember, Ferragamo did a shoot a couple years ago, and their winter face mask resembled that of basically a minstrel show. Let me look it up right here for you guys. Got a pic here, but I have so many pics, it's hard to find. Oh, you know what? I'm being crazy, guys. I don't know why I'm being crazy, because we're live. We're going to do it live. Ferragamo. Yeah, here it is. Here is the mask. Here is the Ferragamo mask right here that I'm trying to show you guys. See this guy right here? He's wearing the lips. He is wearing the lips, and he's wearing the lips. And it isn't, when we throw something like this out there, we throw out the craziness of Ferragamo. And then when you compare it to, I can't get my images to come up ever. But luckily, we have the phone calls. While I bring up this image, let's put Flash. Flash is back. He's not first-time caller. Yo, Flash, you're on with the host Mo 3 times. Talk shit, getting clicks. What's up? Father. Hello. You are on the show right now. Nobody wants to talk to me? Oh, you hung up. Flash, call back. We always love hearing your takes. But I did all that just so I could do this, just so I could show you guys. Let's bring Flash back in. Yeah, when you compare the Ferragamo ad to this, you can see why people were taken aback. Hey, Flash, what's going on, man? Hello?
How you doing? Having trouble hearing?
You're having trouble hearing? We got a 3-second delay for the potty mouthed people. Flash, you there?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
What's up, man? Talk to us.
No, I'm just getting in from the cold.
From the cold?
Just trying to, just getting in from the cold. It's starting to get cold outside. You know, after Thanksgiving, they have me out there decorating, still trying to put my decorations up. So I'm raking leaves all day. And now I just came in to relax and listen to some good conversation and try to catch up on what y'all guys talking about.
Hey, we can love that. The holiday season, Christmas holiday season has officially began. Flash was outside putting up lights, Clark Griswold style. How's the electric bill going to be for you, sir?
Hey, I'm connected to my neighbors, so.
Yeah, I need to.
I get free cable, too.
You get free cable, too? Hey, bro, don't put all your business out on these streets. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. You are not. We don't want you to get in trouble. Because remember last show, I was telling people your whereabouts. You didn't like that. And then I was telling people, you said you had an issue about me telling people where you keep your little 22.
Well, you put my secret out, so now I got to find a new hiding place.
I have so many. I have so many jokes. I have so many jokes that go with that, but
I know, so that's why I'm staying quiet.
Oh,
I just want. I called a little bit. I think y'all was back on West. What's his name now?
Oh,
yeah.
Kanye and Kim and
Kanye. He got a new first name now, right?
He's Ye. He's Ye.
Ye. Okay. So Ye. So I'm just catching up and just wanted to hear what everybody else got to say. So just listening in. Oh, by the way, I did catch some of the one on the what is it, the kids
Idaho.
What is it, trafficking? Was talking about trafficking the kids and people and stuff like that. That was pretty interesting.
Right, the human trafficking.
I didn't know about
how they did it.
I didn't know. I don't know that guy, the one that was the photographer or something. He said was making a subliminal message with the kids taking pictures with the teddy bears or something. I was trying to catch on to that. I wasn't aware, but
right. So let me give you an update. While I got you here, I can give you an update. All right. So Gabriel Galimberti, he's the award-winning photojournalist who actually put together, was hired to shoot the Balenciaga holiday campaign. So when I was showing in the earlier video is the exact way that he likes to set things out. He did the Americans where they had the guns set out. Did you see that? And then he did it with the toys.
That was really shocking.
Right? It's shocking. If you see that black dude and he's with the pool and he has all his guns lined up around the pool, I believe that's Black Rambo. You guys might want to check out Black Rambo. He makes his own ammo and everything, but he's a gun enthusiast. I don't have any problem with guns. I love guns. But of course, we got to be responsible in the way that we keep them and store them, and we have to be cognizant of who we're giving guns out to, because there's a lot of crazy out here in the streets. But yeah, he basically did a photojournalistic project just showing, gun lovers in America, and these are real people that he's taking pictures of. So when you take the style in which he shot these pictures is definitely congruent with the style that he shot the Balenciaga campaign, with the items that were stacked up and then the models being the central focus of the image. You see that he also did a book with kids. And when you look at that book, you see children from all around the world with their most favorite and beloved, cherished toys surrounding them in a way that Gabrielle Galimberti likes to fix the scene. And he did come out with a statement saying that, hey, look, I was hired to do the lighting and take photographs of the Balenciaga items. I did not get to choose what went in a picture, but the way that he arranges the guns, the way that he arranges the toys, it would not be too far out of reach to believe that he actually also was the person in charge of setting the set with the Balenciaga products. So yeah, maybe somebody did go in there and slip the Supreme Court justice papers that were basically kind of overturning the John Ashcroft laws and allowing for virtual child pornography to come into light. Like, for you to put that in your campaign, for you to hire somebody in that, like, to me, there is nothing that you can do. Everybody should boycott Balenciaga. It shouldn't be a company right now. Yeah, they should be out of business. They should go underground and change their name and come back with some dope gear, because the Balenciaga name to me is now straight trash. It's trash because you're messing with the kids now. This isn't we're going to put big lips on a mask and act like we don't understand the racial ramifications of doing that. We're not going to make Adidas with cuffs attached to the high top sneaker and call them, slavery chains or whatever that Adidas did back in the day. But there's a lot of fashion companies that made big fashion faux pas, and when it is considered with race and misogyny. But when you come for the babies, like, Pops, we don't go back from that. We can't go back from that. So and not only that, my biggest issue is that Cardi B, she likes to speak on political issues. We have heard nothing from Cardi B. Bella Hadid, she just wiped her Instagram account clean of Balenciaga pictures, but she hasn't made a statement yet about Balenciaga or being involved in that. We know that Nicole Kidman is all about social justice issues, and she hasn't said anything. Like Candace Owens said, Kim Kardashian is always ready to tweet her support for her friends in the Jewish community, especially when she's tweeting against her ex-husband Kanye West. But hey, Balenciaga does this, and as Balenciaga's doing this and the story's getting out, you're posting pictures of yourself wearing the Adidas Balenciaga collab, and you're posting it on your Instagram for your millions and millions of followers. So when a journalist comes up and Kyrie posts a pic about Hebrews to Negroes and says that, hey, you're promoting this, and Kyrie kind of argues it, but I think the reporter would be right. You have this many amount of followers. Once you post something up there, it is a promotion of, you're promoting something. So for Kim Kardashian to get up there and dress in her slick Adidas gear with her big ass Balenciaga boots on, that says something to me. That says that, like Candace said, she will do anything for fame. She'll do anything for her riches and to keep her lifestyle that she's living. And I think it would probably, be in her best interest to stand up to Balenciaga, since you're going through a divorce, there's going to be a custody challenge, and you got 4 kids, and now you seem to be promoting a company that promotes child pedophilia. I'm giving myself horns and applause.
Oh, no, thing.
What's up?
It's all new to me.
Yeah, it's
Going back with the guys, I just didn't realize so many white folks have so many weapons.
Did you see
know?
that? Yeah.
I'm like,
But they always said that there's more guns in America than there's people in America, and that would just make me believe that, hey, I know the majority of people that I know and that come encounter with, friends and family, like not a lot of y'all guys have guns. There's ones and twos here, but most of the people I know don't have guns. But the people I know that do have guns have more than one gun for themselves.
mm-hmm.
It's like, I guess, like a tattoo. Once you get one, you're gonna want another one.
Well, it's just strange when I've gone with the gun thing because I don't know too much about that. What's going on with the kids and that guy before I share my opinion on that. But visually, just seeing the photographs, and I said when it comes to the kids, that's something, as they say, put it in front of your face and it'll go over your head. But just going back to the guns and now again looking on the news and you got the shooting on Walmart now, and the crazy thing that shocked me is I said that when it comes to race, and I'm saying now I see a young black man going and doing the same thing that I've seen going on with white kids and so-called terrorists, and it's just crazy that again when it comes to the guns and gun laws, I'm just surprised because personally, I military served in the military for 15 years, and I went out and was just looking for some sports shooting, and I couldn't even get a BB gun, and I just can't understand how young people and they can own all these weapons and security check and all that. Well, I'm like, again, there's something wrong with this picture. And I laugh. I say, I just got to be like David. I carry a slingshot.
A slingshot. He's right. Yeah, that was Flash with the last word right there.
I use marbles.
You use marbles? Hey, buddy, I think you should get something a little bit more robust than a slingshot. But hey, if it works, it works. But yeah, like exactly what you're saying. There are a lot of people who are gun enthusiasts, and they collect a lot of guns. The people that were in that Ameriguns, if you want to check it out, Gabrielle Galimberti, the Ameriguns, AMERIGUNS, Ameriguns instead of Americans, Ameriguns. Check that out. Galimberti is saying that he had nothing to do with the material that was placed in his shooting, in his coverage of the Balenciaga holiday campaign. But yeah, do check out the Ameriguns presentation. It'll just show you, because these are real American people with all of their weapons just basically lined up and stacked up, and Galimberti does a great job of shooting it. Very talented photographer. I hope he's not a pervert. That's what I'm saying. I hope he's not a pervert.
Yeah, man.
But when you're talking about, I watched the live of the morning of the Walmart shooting. One of the gentlemen that were employees of Walmart was shooting live, and he was explaining to everybody that he wasn't going to take pictures of bodies or the destruction that was caused by the guy who was shooting in Walmart. But there were people saying that, hey, they locked eyes with this man, and he told them that, hey, go home, like get out of here. And it seemed, one lady said that he was just shooting it indiscriminately. She said it felt very surreal, and it felt like she was in a simulation, maybe due to the effect that she just knew him. But she said she had been working at Walmart for a couple months, and she was in that break room, and something told her, don't sit down in the break room. And she said he just came out blasting. So that is probably something that we're going to report on in the upcoming days. And we could probably tie that into, gun control and how we got to handle this gun situation, because every country is looking at America like, what is wrong with you? We have so many mass shootings. I think I said in the show before, like, a mass shooting, that it used to be something that was so, oh man, it would stop your entire day. Your whole entire day would stop so you could gather around and check the updates of an active shooter at a college or a high school or something. But now it's just like, oh, another. It's not even. It's become so commonplace that it's, a school shooting is on par with a friggin' traffic accident, and that's sad. It's sad. It happens so much in this country. Like, we are the world leaders in mass shootings. Other countries have some, but not like we have here in America. In America, it's almost a daily occurrence that there is a mass shooting.
Well, let's just go to the truth when it comes to guns. Because, as I said, serving in the military, I don't have anything against guns.
Right.
My question is, this is how crazy people say. You always heard the first saying that, we got to get rid of guns because guns kill people. Then I heard the guy say, well, guns don't kill people. It's the bullets, But let's come to the truth of the matter. The only thing that kill people is people.
People kill people. You're absolutely correct.
So, this is what we got to look at, just like the last circumstances. And it's funny now, in our culture, with how we came up, especially during the time of civil rights and stuff. I remember we would always look at the news, and we could just look at the news and we'd say like this, well, that person that got shot or ran over or committed suicide, and whether it sound racist or not, we would just look and say, that had to be a white person. Black folks just don't do stuff like that.
Right. I know exactly what you're talking about. We hear a story and then we try to say, like, even before we know who it is, we try to say, oh, that sounds like something a black person would do or a white person would do. And in the mass shootings, we would generally say, hey, that's a young white male or, a middle-aged white male that's doing it. And now that we're seeing other cultures and races and ethnicities, committing mass shootings. But what would you say? Like, they've been going at ARs and the assault rifles and the armor light weapons. They've been going at those for years now. This guy in Walmart used a handgun. The guy in University of Virginia killed 3 of his teammates using a handgun. So we can't just say, hey, we're going to wipe out, ARs. That's not that can't be the answer, because people are still going to load up their handguns, which are, usually in most states harder to get than a rifle, and they're committing these crimes. So we have to come to that realization that it isn't the guns. It seems like we blamed it on mental health, but we don't want to do anything about mental health. It just seems like an issue that's going to keep on keeping on until somebody that is rich, powerful, and full of influence, one of their family members get hurt. Then finally somebody will, do something about it. Yeah, this was ultimately one of the sad ones.
We're going back to the guns and weapons. I think what people are saying now with a handgun, well, now, like you say, you got longer clips for even handguns. But I think what they try to say now is that at least when it comes to a handgun compared to an automatic rifle, the amount of people that you can hurt and kill compared to a handgun I think that's how they look at it as a concern. Like I said, I go back like this, and especially from military life. I don't care if you got a bazooka or a flamethrower. Some people sitting at home right now with grenades, as you said, collectors and et cetera like that. That's why I say if we forget about the guns, we concentrate on the people that's carrying them and using them. Like I said, a gun can't kill nobody, a bullet can't kill nobody until the person put it in their hand. And I look at it like this: you don't have to explain to me that if a person sitting in there that is killing people for whatever reasons or purpose, automatically you don't have to tell me that they have mental problems or they mental. Right off the bat, when I see anybody doing something to another human being, when it comes to harm, I think they all got a mental problem.
That's right. You heard it from Flash. Flash, I will go ahead and say one more thing. I've never seen a black man that had slick back hair that was all totally in his right mind. That's right. I said it. I said it. Talk shit, getting clicks. If you're a black dude and you got slick back with a little ponytail, I'm looking at you. I am looking at you. I said it. That's right. But yeah, man, incredible. Any other news you've been looking at?
Power to the people.
I love that. All the power to all the people.
I just like to say where my people at. When I hear some of my people call in and express themselves.
Yeah, that would be good. We always love the callers, and just because you said that, I'm going to have to give the number out right now. 313-825-5557. Flash, you know what? Really, you're my every week caller. I'm going to have to give you the last words on these. I'm definitely going to have to do the last words. But let me give you an update of how the last video is doing. It's doing really, really, really well. It's doing better than, most of there's only one video that I had that this video actually is outperforming, and that video is no longer available to be watched because I broke some terms of services because I was showing things that the people would like to see, and I shouldn't have displayed it. I was wrong, but heck, we're still here, and it does look like we're getting better each and every day.
Well, one thing I love about this special broadcast and being live is that finally had the opportunity. I like this. I like to hear what the people in the world and the people on the streets got to say. As Facebook say, what's on your mind? Because with everything that's going on now, when I look at the news, it's just like you said, we see the celebrities and the athletes, the wealthy, everyone that's in a position that just what we talk about now, as you said about the Kardashians. If you're sitting up there and you have made your money, and you're sitting there rich, then it's easy for, as the world say, and I always say, what good is it to gain the whole world
Is
and
that
lose
you?
yourself?
That's a quote from yourself?
So this is what happened. It's the trade. So if I'm sitting up here and I got all this coming in, and again, there's always somebody else feeding you, besides you call yourself feeding yourself. So when you're in that position, that's why I said I don't really get in depth when I hear what celebrities got to say or what they feeling. My example for Kanye West, one thing I can say for this brother, it's not that I believe that he's insane, because anybody that speaks their mind, especially if they speak something that makes sense, you're going to always be considered mental and insane. The only normal people that walk in the streets today is those that keep their mouth shut and don't think. If you're normal, you can't think these days. If you start thinking, you got a problem. And my only thing that I say when I look at celebrities like Kanye West, we can go back with Prince being a slave and all the artists even telling you after they don't made their riches and their money and their fame, then they turn around and tell you, don't do it or go independent.
Right, there you go.
And do it for yourself. And that's the joke for me. I've been saying it from the door. I guess maybe that's
Flash,
why I haven't got my riches and my money. But that's how everyday people feel. No?
That's right. You guys heard it from the man himself. That's Flash giving us the wisdom, the W-I-S dumb. All right, so we have another caller coming up. I have no idea who this is. You're on Talking Shit, Getting Clicks with Mo 3 times. Hey, who we talking with? Hello? Hey.
Hey, Mo, this is the main line on the line. I was just listening in, and first of all, I always enjoy listening to your program because it's educational for me, because a lot of the subjects that you speak on, I'm not up to date with them, and it's always informative. So you keep an old man in the loop.
Thank you.
And so the other thing that I wanted to mention is something that Flash touched on, is about when it comes to the world of celebrity and entertainment that are put before us, and we follow them and idol worship them as if they're gods. And when it all boils down to, the real world doesn't take them serious, So nothing they can say can be of have any valid meaning or instructions for people, because their bottom line is to separate you from the dollar. That's what they're there for, And it always gets me upset, when I see them attacking each other, for the sake of trying to preserve their own self-righteousness, and it's just, it's just amazing how everybody is playing the game, and everybody is getting their finances from the same source. Everybody's drinking from the same well, so why should one be any different from the other? But as we know, controversy and sex is what sells, and it's, if I didn't understand that, I might be one of the fellas that want to go in Walmart and do some spraying, but it just amazed me. And, it's often said that life imitates art and art imitates life, but they are basically one and the same, because whatever is allowed in society to exist and be promoted, is what the people who have that particular agenda or thought pattern want to exist. So you can't separate one from the other, and when you're dealing with the talking about the models and the actors and the artists, when you're dealing with them, you're already dealing with a person that's eccentric, excuse me, and they have a problem with their superego. So any morality, anything that's logical and especially positive, it goes out the window.
Wow. So effectively, you're saying that as soon as a person is a celebrity, that all bets of being a moral person or putting the people first and morality before the money, that all those bets are off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. And I mean, speaking of the, speaking of the photographer, you could look at this cat, it's all in his eyes, that he's a pervert, I mean, and you look, and just, and then the saddest part about it, Mo, is that our government supports those people. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't know. There was an exhibit years ago they had called the Mapplethorpe exhibit. And there was Mapplethorpe, yeah, and just like it sounded, like maple tree, Mapplethorpe. And when you see what they were calling art and what the government was funding as art, it's ridiculous. It was a bunch of black and white pictures, but he also had some other things that were just had nothing to do with morality, had nothing to do with art from a except I guess from their point of view.
Right.
So it's it's really sad.
I got up on the screen right now the Mapplethorpe, and this was in 1985. Robert Mapplethorpe, gelatin silver print.
Yeah.
He acquired by the J. Paul Getty Trust. The Gettys are a huge family.
There we go.
And here we go. Here are some of the images from that Robert Mapplethorpe exhibit.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you
some. And yeah, and I can't see the screen now because I was listening on the phone. But the point that I'm making is that our society is in ruin, and we can't continue to blame it on mental health when people that we look to and look up to and worship and follow behind are not examples of that morality, and so if we you can I mean mental health itself is $1 billion business, and that's why it's always used, until we come to grips with ourselves and work on ourselves, I think that things will continue to escalate because the people who decide how we're going to live, they're not interested in morality. They're not interested in peace and love and making the world a better place. Their bottom line is the dollar. And just to simplify it, man. I was in the store today and I had a taste for a candy bar. And this same candy bar when I was a kid, it was 10 cents. The same candy bar is $2 now. So
with way less, with inferior ingredients in it. You know what I mean?
Same ingredients, same packaging, same two cupcakes, Reese cups in it. Same too, And I just all I could do is laugh, And then after that I said, to be a black man and to be around for 6 decades and six decades plus, I feel like I had a good run if it gets shut down tomorrow, So it's a hell of a world.
You got a lot.
But anyway, I'm not going to rant.
But I got a question for you. I got a question before you
Sir?
go. All right, so
Yes.
we understand there's an issue with guns. So you're already saying that there's an issue with guns, that we were making it a mental issue, a mental health issue, but it's really not a mental health issue. Do you have any type of solutions on how we could deal with this mass shooting epidemic that we see solely here in the United States of America? Do you have any idea or any way where we could start to get rid of these issues?
Well, it's kind of like as they used to say, it's like trying to close the barn door after the horses done run out. You know, when the horses ran out, it's too late to try to close the barn door for them. And unfortunately, over the years and over the decades, the weapons issue, has been a non-issue, except during election time when they want to see who for it and who against it. And the same people who are against it are the same people who own firearms themselves. So it's a catch 22. When it comes to that, and then you take into account that one of the biggest manufacturers, of firearms is our country. We are the largest manufacturers of not only guns but wartime weapons. And you look at the budget of our government that's spent on just warfare alone, and it would amaze you,
Right.
So I, those are just some of the things that you have to look into. The other thing is that once Pandora's box is open, it's difficult to close.
Right.
But bottom line is that all of the people that suffer, from the leniency of gun laws or the strictness of them, it's something that's not going to be able to curtail it, and you're not going to be able to reel it, because we live in in a society where the situation is all about me, and it's not like the show. It ain't no me, but it's all about me, and so we have avenues that that have been presented to us that we can take, and they're the negative avenues, and someone comes time to just reach out,
right,
and say, okay, I'm here. This is what I'm gonna do.
Let them know. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Main Line dropping in to give us some of that good wisdom. And you know what? Mainline brings up an interesting point of, the America being the largest, manufacturer of guns in the world, and we got a list here. So the biggest gun companies in the world is number 15, Barrett Firearms. You know that Barrett 50 cal sniper rifle if you're on Call of Duty. They are from Tennessee. Sig Sauer is the next, and Sig is located. I wish this list would tell you where the companies are actually located. But then you have 13 is Ammo Incorporated. They're from Arizona. Springfield Armory. You guys know they're definitely from America. Mossberg. Colt. Heckler and Koch. Their company has operations in France, Germany, and the United States. And they're one of the leading suppliers of NATO. But yeah, the top 5 companies that produce firearms are American. All right, we're going back to the lines because we got to hear the people and what the people want. Looks like we have... Oh, they left. They left. We should call back, bro. All right. But that's what we got here. So we're talking about guns, and and like Mainline said, like, what do we do? It has no solution. Obviously, the American government has no solution. It seems like it's going to be something that's just going to keep on being ongoing. Name. We do have callers and reach out to these. Yo, me episodes with Mo 3 times. You are on the show. Who am I speaking with?
It's Mikey. What's up?
Mikey.
Hello?
First time caller. Mike, let me hook you up. I gotta hook you up with the first time callers. Hey, Mikey. You're on with Mo 3 times. Thanks for calling. What's going on? How are you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Not bad. You got anything to add to the conversation that we're having tonight?
I'm not really sure what you guys were talking about.
All right, so we were talking about the Balenciaga deal. There's like some child pedophilia going on using images in their latest holiday campaign. We're also talking about, we briefly spoke about Shanquella Robinson, which is an African-American woman who traveled to Mexico with her friends, only to die during the trip. They said that it was alcohol poisoning. Her friends saying that it was alcohol poisoning. And then after the autopsy, we found that she had actually died from spinal injury. Video showing one of her friends beat her up in Mexico. We also spoke about, I said Balenciaga, Idaho, and the SEC. Keep keep my wife's name out your mouth. But it's talking shit, getting clicks. So you talk about whatever you want. You can bring up new subjects if you want. I'm right here. I'll Google everything up for you, just like I do with everybody else. But I do believe that we were speaking before about an incident involving pedophilia with a associate of yours.
Oh yeah.
Tell us the story.
I mean, it's not really like a crazy story, but it was just somebody who was in a friend group of mine that I'm in right now. We caught him. He lied to us about the reason why he went to jail, because we all knew he went to jail, but we didn't know why. We did some investigating, and yeah, we found out he was touching kids and shit, being a weirdo.
Oh wow, that's insane. Not the babies.
It's just a baby.
Yeah, I know, the poor baby.
That's crazy. So how did you all investigate? Did you just Google his name and find out that he had some charges pending, or what? How did that happen?
I didn't personally I wasn't a part of it.
Okay.
Because I didn't really care that much. But
Michael,
from what I
care,
know,
you don't care about the babies?
I do care about the babies, but I didn't care about him that much, so right. I wasn't involved. But I think, I don't want to drop any names, but I do think that it was one of my friends. He knew where he lived, so he looked up, I guess, where he lived, and I don't know, it was something with his name, and I remember they ended up just finding him on some website or something. And I think that's what it was. They seen his charges or something like that.
Oh wow.
It was crazy, yeah.
So he's a blue dot, basically. Sexual.
Yeah, it was.
And he's basically going around living everyday life, lying about what he was. So I mean, for if you spoke to your friend, were there any indications that this guy was a weirdo?
Honestly, not really. I mean, we would get on every day. We would get on the game and chill. And he wasn't always there. But when he was, I don't know, he was always very quiet. But that was the only thing that I could think of that was weird. Besides that, he was laughed and joked with us, and he seemed very normal. So it was pretty strange that like all of a sudden, now he's such a kid. It's
Wolf in
crazy.
sheep's clothing. That's insane. Do you have any anything you want to discuss other than that, or you have any new links, any videos that we should be watching, anything we should check out on this show, talking shit, getting clips? Any new for us, Michael?
Only thing I can really say is watch for that Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis next year. I'm ready.
Let me bring up a pick. Because that was a talk. You got that going. Ryan Garcia, King Rye versus and
Gervonta Tank Davis, undisputed, the GOAT.
Davis. They are in talks. Did they sign up for it? Or
that's the part I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if they're actually like if the contracts are signed or anything, but
let's check.
I know there's like heavy rumors about it, so probably they're gonna be signed.
All right, so what I got going right now. But I do have a nice little video with Hank in it. Let's check it out. This is my first time watching it, so hey, let's see what it is.
Fight is a 50-50 fight. You're supposed to say that. And check this out, right? I say I picked Devin Haney. Hold on, check it, right, Tay? Is Terrence Crawford supposed to take it personal when you say you feel like Errol gonna win?
Listen, I take it personal because it's me. Ain't nobody.
Right, but that's no. But that's because you a fighter, right?
All this
but
shit.
that's because you a fighter. But what I'm saying from an analyst and a journalist and a fan standpoint. But
all right, we got a little bit. We got Gervonta Davis right here on. It looks like the joins the podcast Camp Life, and he's just talking about his fight. Like, all right, so Michael, we know Ryan Garcia is a knockout animal. To me, it doesn't look like he's fought in any grown ass men yet, and I've seen Gervonta in the ring with grown ass men. However, Rye is quick and he very accurate, and it doesn't look like he has a whole bunch of knockout power, but he's been knocking people out. It looks like he reaches and hits that reset button on people. And then we've seen Tank, and Tank is just a monster. Tank and a monster. Would you think that fight with Gervonta Davis between Ryan Garcia is a better fight than, say, a Gervonta Davis versus a Devin Haney, or a Devin Haney versus a Ryan Garcia?
I think maybe it should be Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia first. They already have like the previous history and stuff. They seem a little more friendly.
They do seem more friendly with each other, and it looks like
that fight should happen first.
They came up fighting each other in the amateurs, right? But I've seen Devin Haney's. Looks like he has matured so much in the ring, over the last couple of years. And I don't get to see as many Ryan Garcia fights, but it doesn't. To me, my only issue with Ryan Garcia is that it seems like Golden Boy Promotions understands that he is the cash cow. They don't want him hurt. They don't want his perfect record unblemished. And I don't think that he's facing quite the caliber of challengers that a Devin Haney or Gervonta Tank Davis are seeing. That's the only reason why I'm still iffy with Ryan Garcia. But if they put him in there with a couple of bangers and he comes out victorious, oh man, this is definitely the fight I want to see. I want to see this fight anyway because we're talking about two of the top maybe 5 stars in boxing, pound for pound.
Yeah, they're at least definitely top of their.
Definitely. I agree. I love that you're always on your fight games. I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mike. Sir, thanks for calling in, talking shit, getting clicks. We appreciate you. All right. You know what I'm about to do, guys? I am going to go over here to the big face logo. I'm going to hit this. this music. Because it's time. We're about to get out of here for this week's show. Talking shit, getting clicks live. I'm Mo 3 times. Thanks for everybody that called in. Don't ever forget that our phone number is 313-825-5557. Wow, we discussed everything tonight. We talked about University of Idaho. We talked about Balenciaga. We talked about the Walmart shooting. We talked about keeping my wife's name out your mouth. We spoke about the David Haney, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia saga. And you know what? We ain't run out of spit. But hey, until next week, guys, check us out. Subscribe, talking shit, getting clicks on YouTube. I'm always posting to Instagram. I've been doing that lately, and it's TSGC Till 3005. Hit us up on Instagram. And that's right. Talking shit, getting clicks, original podcast. And that screen's gonna change. We're gonna let you know who I am, who I be, who I is. Mo 3 times. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Peace.